It's the end of week 1, out of school. I feel like I've devolved. I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm just kidding. Everything's fine. Happy Friday, everybody. Way to make it through a whole week on your own. I do really miss you, though. To start ourselves off with a fun fact of the day. Couple, actually. First off, I just discovered that May 29th is officially Put a Pillow on Your Fridge Day. So celebrate that in a month. And also, cherophobia is an irrational fear of fun or happiness. Interesting. We all know the word phobia, Greek root for fears, but I found that very strange because today is actually International Day of Happiness. So do something today that brings you joy. Interestingly, it's also Extraterrestrial Abductions Day. I don't know how that became a day, but I found it on this website where it tells you about holidays every day. And I'm assuming that maybe somebody invented this holiday because they wanted to be abducted or thought they'd been abducted. Anywho, things to do today. Here's what we're doing. The only actual assignment for today is to finish and turn in your reading log. Please actually click turn in on the button that tells me it's ready to grade. And I will give you some commentary or feedback on your books, as I've been doing a little bit already. And I want to point out to you that on my channel, my YouTube channel, I'm starting to post some videos of me reading to you, mostly for those of you who really enjoy listening to a story or kind of bored. Yesterday, I put up a video for this really great short story called The Mustache, which is, I had to put it in 4 different parts because of the time limit on videos for Screencastify. But I also wanted to use that to show you an example of how I'm expecting you to do your reading logs. So I made myself a reading log. And you can see at the top, I actually deleted the directions because I feel like once I read them, I don't need them anymore. And I didn't want to have to keep scrolling in my own work. So I put here the title of my story. And I noticed a lot of you in your reading logs forgot to put the title of your book. Please do that if you haven't yet. And today I read the whole thing, which is 7 pages. But thank you to those of you who have been putting your page numbers in. Here I did start with a summary. Mike goes to visit his grandma who has dementia or Alzheimer's. She mistakes him for her dead husband and apologizes for accusing him of cheating on her. Mike, acting as his grandpa, forgives her. Sadly, the story ends with her lapsing back to confusion and he goes home to shave his mustache. So my response here is, I love that Mike does something kind for his grandma despite being so uncomfortable with it and being unsure if it's the right thing to do. And then I went into something about theme. I think that he learns that time is precious with those we love, and he learns about the power of forgiveness. It's kind of interesting to me in that story that I think his grandma also needs to forgive herself for what she accused her husband of. I also gave you 2 other examples of things that you could focus on in your reading log if you don't want to do a summary and a theme reflection. Another example would be a quote that I loved where it says, "She is a resident," which is supposed to be a better word than patient at the Lawn Rest Nursing Home. In this story, Mike points out 3 different connotations or euphemisms, which really point out how we try to hide uncomfortable realities in nice words. Also, I made a connection because this is a topic I taught my 8th graders this year, and I really, really loved doing those lessons with them. Another last example is, "She lapsed into silence and I looked out the window. There was no feeder, no birds." This is also a quote, so I need to put my quote marks there. The tone of the story changes here. At the beginning, it's fun, almost sarcastic. Mike is very typical teenager. And then it reveals how his grandma is losing her mind here. So please check out that story and then check out, make sure that you're filling in your organizer as well. And just a quick question of the day. Please comment your answers in our Google Classroom. Tell us all your favorite musician or band of the moment.